Peace, love, and wellness, guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Samari, and welcome to day 4 of the 30-day, 30 minutes a day yoga challenge. So, we're going to stretching and breathing and connecting with our body. So, grab your mat and let's get started. We'll start off in a standing position. Completely plant all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. Get yourself in a comfortable, relaxed state. Release the arms, space between the arms, shoulders back, chest lifted. And here, we'll take a moment to do some deep clearing breaths. We'll inhale and exhale. Again, deep inhale and exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Now, let's gently bring our head to the right shoulder and gently begin to roll our neck forward and around to the left shoulder. Just allowing ourselves to loosen up. Go back around again to the opposite side. Just continue to roll as gently as you feel. Take any notice of any tightness in your neck and shoulders. Just allowing your mind and body to unwind with each roll. Now let's bring the head back to center and slowly begin to roll our shoulders back. Inhaling and exhaling with each roll. Tuning into our bodies, loosening up our grasp and any holding, any tension in the muscles. And let's roll forward. Breathing deep with each roll. And let's release the rolling. Open our arms out wide. Then bring them close in front of us. Then again, expanding and exhaling. Again, inhaling. Exhaling. Again, inhaling. Exhaling. Now let's take a diagonal. Inhaling up. Reaching, stretching in the shoulders. Exhaling, closing. The opposite way. Inhaling. Expanding. Exhaling. Again, inhaling. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's bring our hands to our hips. And then gently begin to roll out our hips around in circles. You want to make big circles. You want to make small circles. Just try to hit every corner of the body, allowing yourself to stretch. Breathe. And go the opposite direction. Twist open on the going left circles. Try to engage your hips with each roll. Neck to the pelvis. Neck to the spine. And release that. Then bring our hands to our knees. Slight bend and gently begin to roll out the knees as well. The circular motion, connecting to the joints. Then we'll go in the opposite direction, rolling those knees. Again, watch for any tightness or any clicking. Just go as gentle as you feel in your body. And then we'll release that. Walk that out. Then we'll take a deep inhale, reaching up in our arms wide up in the air, taking a slight back bend. And exhale, dive down towards the floor, allowing our fingertips to touch the mat. Breathing here. Inhaling, exhaling. Then come up halfway. Flat back, looking forward. Then we'll fold again. Breathing. On the next inhale, we'll hinge from the hip, rise up again powerfully, reaching our arms up above our head again, stretching back. Then come back center and release those arms out to the side. Breathing. Now let's come to the top of the mat. Top of the mat. And here we will take our left foot, bring it back behind us, about a half an inch, keeping space in between the feet. Half an inch in between the legs, I meant. And here we will raise our hands high towards the sky. Exhale, fold, dive down towards that right foot, allowing our fingertips to touch the mat, and breathe here. If that's enough for you, stay here and breathe. If you want to go deeper, go ahead and see if you can bring your head close to your shin. Breathe. Inhaling, sucking in the pelvis, connecting in the hamstring, surrendering. And when you're ready, we'll hands on the hip and rise up. And get the opposite side so we can pivot our feet the opposite way. Again, keeping about a half an inch in between the legs. Keeping both feet forward, pelvis forward. Rise up, raise our hands towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Dive down towards that left leg. Breathe. And again, if this is enough for you, stay here and breathe. But if you want to go deeper, you can bring it close, your head close to your shin. Breathe. And when you're ready, we'll hands on the hip and rise up. Walk that foot up to meet the left. And here, we're going to take our right foot and bring it back. And have it kind of like perpendicular to the mat. Left leg still straight forward. And again, we will raise our hands up in the sky. Then bend at the elbows. And lifting the chest, lifting the back. Breathe here. Opening ourselves up. Then let's close our hands, come into a prayer mudra, and then taking this right elbow and twist open, twisting onto that left knee, bringing that right elbow to the left knee, pivoting on the tippy toes or the balls of our feet on that right back foot. Breathe here. We're tapping into our core here. Inhaling, 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we'll untwist ourselves and step that right leg up. And get the opposite side, step that left leg back. Turn that left leg perpendicular to the mat. Right leg straight forward. Hips pivot forward, extending our hands up towards the sky. Then we'll take that bend at the elbows. Breathing here. Opening the chest, stretching in the back. Then we'll close our hands, bring them to a prayer mudra, and then twist open onto that right side. Coming onto the balls of our toes on that left back foot, bringing that left elbow to that right knee, and twist open. Really opening up the back here, connecting to our core, stretching in the hamstrings, powering up the thighs. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, untwist and step that left foot up to meet the right. And we'll walk that out. Check that out. Move that out. Okay. So next, we'll come to the top of the mat. Here, we'll roll our shoulders back, feet planted to the ground. Breathe. Inhaling, exhaling. Grounding ourselves. Then again, we will sit back as if we're sitting in an invisible chair. So we'll bring down our hips and butt. But this time we'll reach high. Reaching through the fingertips, stretching a straight back. Holding in our core. Imagine we have an invisible ball in between the knees, squeezing that knee. Then we're going to hands from the hip, dive down. Allowing our hands to touch the ground. When our hands touch the ground, straighten the legs straight out. Breathe here. Then we will lower our butt to the ground, keeping our feet to the floor. Squat down low. Squat down low with your butt near the ground. Bring our hands to a prayer mudra and just ground here. Opening the hips. Feel free to rock if you feel you want to rock a little bit to open the hips more. And breathe. Release the rocking. Stay in this pose for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we'll release our hands to the floor. Come onto our knees. Spreading the knees back wide, feet together to touch. And we'll go back into child's pose. Reaching our hands forward, allowing the chest and the head to touch the mat. Breathing. Then we'll come back up on all 4. And here we'll go into some cat-cow poses. We'll plant our fingers flat to the mat, hands right under the shoulders, feet about hip distance apart. And when we inhale, we'll take a dip in our back, looking our head forward, shoulders back. And exhale, we'll push the mat away, create an arch in our spine. Again, inhale, rise up, exhale, reaching, exhale, with navel to the spine, arching our back, pushing that mat away. Again, inhale, exhale. Feel free to go at your own pace for a couple of these rounds. We're connecting with the spine, drawing that energy into the body. And when you're ready, we'll come back into a seated position. We'll come onto our back. Here, we'll keep our hands flat to the floor and gently do a bridge pose. Here, we will keep our hands flat, keep our knees bent, and feet flat to the floor. And when we're ready, we'll bring our fingers close to our heels. And we'll take an inhale and lift our pelvis and hips off the floor, bringing our shoulders close together as if you want them to touch. Lifting, breathing. And when you're ready, we'll release that down back to the mat. Take our feet, bring them together to touch, letting our knees spread wide. Breathe here. Then we'll close our legs and do that one more time. Hands flat to the mat. And on the inhale, we'll lift that pelvis and hip off the floor and that lower back, arching up, bringing the shoulders together as you want them to touch. Breathe here. Two more breaths. And release slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Then when we reach the mat, we'll go ahead and open those legs back up, feet together to touch. Breathe. And we'll close our legs. And we'll come up into a seated position. And we'll raise our arms up and hands from the hip and fold forward towards our feet. Breathing. And release that. And bring this right knee close to us, planting into the floor, bending. Then we'll take our right hand and bring it in the flaps of, in between the fold of the knee, and bring this right leg back towards the shoulder. Bringing it to our shoulder and breathing, stretching the hips. If it cannot all the way on your shoulder, you can put on your arms, wherever's comfortable for you. This is just a deep stretch in the hips, opening up. This is enough for you to stay here and breathe. But if you would like to go deeper, you can come onto your elbow and recline more and breathe here. Try to keep that left leg onto the floor. Deep stretch in the hips. And when you're ready, we'll release that down to the floor. You can get the opposite side, bringing this left foot towards our body. Bringing that left hand underneath the fold of that left foot. And go ahead and bring it to the shoulder, pressing it back. Pressing it back to the shoulder. And again, you can breathe here. Inhaling, exhaling. Allowing the hips to be open. If you want to take it deeper, come on to that elbow. And breathe here. Opening the hips. And when you're ready, we'll release that. Check that out. Now we'll bring this right foot close to us again, but turn it on the inside, the right foot on the inside of that left thigh. And here we're gonna reach towards that left leg, the left foot or wherever you're at. Just stretch here and breathe. Open it up more on that thigh on the right side. Open it more on the hip. Breathe. If you can reach your toe, you can reach your toe. That feels good too. Stretch wherever you're at. And release. And we'll get the opposite side. Bring that left foot to the inside of that right thigh. And then again, reach towards that right foot or toe or shin, wherever you're at. Breathe and we'll release that. Shake that out, walk that out. And bring both feet together. The bottom of our feet together to touch and allowing our knees to flap open wide naturally, giving more stretches and opening in the hips. Just allow them to fly open up naturally. And we'll release that. Then we'll bring this right foot, keep it bent. Bring that right foot on the opposite side of the left leg. Bringing this left leg, bend, and bring this left foot to the back of the body. Taking his right hand for leverage. Extending his left hand up and across and pressing open onto that right bent knee. Breathe here. Really connecting into our internal organs and connecting to our insides. And when you're ready, we'll release that, shake that out, and get the opposite side, bringing this left feet bent, bringing across that right foot, bringing that right foot back towards the back of the body, using his left hand back for leverage, taking his right hand up and across, and twist open. And release that. Shake that out, walk that out. And we'll come on to our back here. Bringing our knees close to our body. Here we extend our legs straight up into the air. Breathing here. Let's go down a little bit more. Giving ourselves some space. Inhaling, exhaling. If this is enough for you, feel free to stay here and breathe. But we're going to take this pose in a little bit deeper into a cloud pose. Here, we will gently lift up from the base of the spine, using our hands for support, and lift the back off the floor, the lower back, keeping the legs straight, allowing the feet to fall over on the above the head. Keeping the shoulders flat on the mat, and allowing our hands to rest onto the mat. Breathe here. If you have any neck injuries or back injuries, go back into the regular pose. This may not be the pose for you, but breathe here if you are fine. It's an inversion pose, bringing the heart above the head. We'll be in here 2 more breaths. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly roll ourselves out. Again, using our hands for support to lower the spine back down gently, releasing our body back onto the mat, flattening ourselves out, bringing our knees to our chest, gently rolling out. And allow ourselves to roll over onto the right side. Bringing our left hand on top of that left knee. Bringing that left hand up and across, tip over. Then we'll bring our knees back again to center. And then allow it to fall over onto the left side. Bringing our right hand up over that right thigh. Bring it up and across. Falling as it lays on to the right side. Shoulders to the mat. Breathe. And bringing ourselves back to center. Gently rolling ourselves out. Releasing our legs out straight. Go into Savasana, conscious resting. Here we allow ourselves to relax and release ourselves. Consciously breathe, consciously rest, and allow our body to integrate the energy we just created with the practice. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. If you're ready to come out of this pose, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Wash your wrists around. Bring your knees to your chest. Hug on yourself. Gently rock yourself up into a seated position. And at this time, I would like to bow to you and thank you for clicking on this video and sharing your practice with me today. Joining me for day 4 of 30 days, 30 minutes a day of your yoga practice. I am Samari, and if you love this video, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Until next time.